And thank you. And tonight we're taking you to the front lines of this pandemic, going inside the state's flu tracking center in Lansing. The virus is here and it's not showing any signs of letting up. Here's the evidence. In Kent County, close to 9,000 cases of flu-like illness were reported last week. Kalamazoo County had over 5,300. In Muskegon, 833 people have been reported as being sick with flu-like symptoms. Ottawa County, more than 1,200 over the past 2 weeks. State officials say if you have the flu, it's probably H1N1. How do they know? 24-Hour News 8's Joe LaFurgey giving us unrestricted access inside the Michigan Community Health Lab.
And our behind-the-scenes tour begins right here. This is the Data and Specimen Handling Unit. They call it DASH. And this is where all the samples of potential flu viruses come into the State Health Department. And out of those 80 to 100 samples received each day, 70% test positive for influenza. 90% of those positive tests confirm what many have suspected all along.
If people are reporting that they have influenza-like illness, it's probably novel H1N1.
The heavily secured Department of Community Health Laboratory at Lansing is the front line of the state's battle to contain H1N1. Researchers from throughout the state government have been pulled into the lab in anticipation of an onslaught of cases, and they have been busy, even though not every single suspected case of the flu is tested.
We have strict kind of rules which specimen we have to test. We're looking into patients who are in the ICU. We're looking at pregnant women with severe illness.
After receiving samples, lab workers begin their analysis. Flu strains have their own genetic fingerprints.
We can determine the difference between seasonal and H1N1 novel by looking at the RNA in a PCR amplification.
That helps determine which strain they're dealing with. The process takes about 24 hours once the samples hit the labs. But chances are, if you have H1N1, your doctor has already started treatment, confirmed or not. In most cases, it's the same for any bug. Stay home, drink fluids, and get rest. So why test? The idea here is not to treat the bug, but to track and monitor it. Tracking gives local public health officials a better idea on how widespread the virus is in their community and how to respond. Monitoring makes sure the bug itself stays in check.
Things can happen, like the virus can change and become more virulent, which means that it causes a more severe disease. And of course we monitor for that.
Of course, we have even more answers on the flu portion of our website at woodtv.com. In Lansing, Joe LaFurgey, 24 Hour News 8.